How many times have someone asked you, what do you plan to do with your life? Or what do you want to be when you grow up? Are you wondering what will you do when you finish high school? Do you have a lot of interest and not sure what field of study to follow? Do you have a lot of choices and feel that you are unable to select the best that fits you? Are you in the process of exploring career options and uncertain how to proceed?
I'm currently in my senior year in high school, and I still have not thought on which major to decide. As we all know, the opportunities for the world are expanding dramatically and rapidly. In order for me to understand and choose a major that best suits me, I need to explore myself, explore the interests, abilities, and the values. Along with that, I also need to explore the world of work, jobs, and majors, and the needs of the Qatari labor market.
With all the career possibilities out there, deciding the career path you want to pursue can be a bit scary and exciting, but it's okay if you don't know exactly what program of study you want to consider. In today's society, planning for a future takes time, energy, and dedication. Employees today are demanding highly skilled people in the workforce, and each individual must increase his chances of success by taking the most demanding program of study. When deciding on your potential field of study, it's wise to consider several factors: job outlook, program length, potential salary, and location of positions, which are all issues to be studied at length. But don't overlook some other important aspects, such as what you are good at and what you enjoy doing, that will help you to contribute actively to your society in the future. Every day you make hundreds of decisions, from what to have for breakfast, what to wear, how you spend your day, and so on. You are making decisions all the time. It's impossible to go through a single day without making a decision. However, making a career decision is unfortunately not as easy. There are no quick fixes or sudden answers associated with the process. One thing you have to remember, you cannot make a good decision until you have adequate information about yourself and the world of work, as well as having experiences that point you in a direction that's right for you. The effectiveness of your career decision-making relies heavily on the information available to you at the decision-making point. The more information you have, the easier it is to make a decision. Oftentimes, an inability to choose one career path over another is an indication that you do not have sufficient information. The trick is to figure out what information you are lacking and then gather and analyze that information. Career decision-making is a process with 5 major elements or components. Let's have a look at them. Learning about yourself is the first step in the career planning process. Taking time to look within yourself and discovering perhaps for the first time what is really important to you can be a tremendous help as you consider your career options. Grades and test scores are only part of the picture. Begin by asking yourself questions such as, what am I interested in doing? What activities have I enjoyed the most? What kinds of people would I like to work with? What kind of job setting would I enjoy? That is, try to know more about your interests. What can I do best? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What are my most prominent skills and abilities? What skills do I most want to use on the job? Here, try to know more about your abilities. What satisfactions do I seek in a career? In what ways must I be challenged and rewarded on the job? In what type of work environments would I be happy? Finally, try to know more about your values. Try to put yourself in a work environment and ask yourself the following questions. What sort of person am I? Do I like dealing with people? Dealing with numbers? Dealing with machines, or perhaps dealing with ideas?
In order to choose a major that best suits me, I need to seek help from the people that know the best, my counselors. I'm on my way right now to go see them, and I'm pretty sure you should get up to go see yours too.
Why don't you start the process of self-assessment by visiting your counselor? He or she can help you find answers to the following questions. What kind of person am I? What are my interests and hobbies? What skills do I enjoy using? How can I make a decision about a career? Moreover, your counselor has a lot of tools that will help you in knowing more about your interests, abilities, and values, as he or she can provide you with different informal exercises and/or career interest inventories that will help you in the process of exploring yourself. Our world is changing faster than ever before. New technologies are affecting every aspect of our lives. How we work, how we learn, how we communicate, and how we spend our spare time. With all these changes come new opportunities in education and the world of work. You have hundreds of choices available to you, so it's important to spend some time investigating the different options. Regardless of where you are in your career decision-making process, you can start taking steps now toward finding a career that's right for you. Begin identifying options or exploring different careers. While you are in the process of exploring the world of work, try to answer the following questions. What fields of study are there to choose from? What are their different requirements? What are the main subjects for these fields of study? What careers do they lead to? What's the future outlook of this major and/or career? What are the tasks performed by this occupation? Do the tasks require interests, abilities, skills, and values that match mine? A great way to get a first-hand look at careers is through job shadowing, volunteer work, and internships. And do not forget to get the advice of the experts in the field and ask them questions pertaining to their jobs. If you have completed your career search, you are now ready to evaluate each of the options you have identified. Based on the information you have gathered and analyzed, you should now be able to choose one of the options. That is, the option that will help you make a match between your interests, abilities, and values and what's available in the world of work, taking into consideration the needs of the Qatari labor market. In order for you to implement your decision, start by designing a plan of action. An action plan can be considered a roadmap that will get you from point A, choosing a major, to point B, becoming enrolled in that major. To make your plan easier for you to follow, break it down into goals you can reach in a year or less, that is, short-term goals, and goals you want to reach in 5 years or less, that is, long-term goals. Remember to keep your goals smart enough to be achievable. If your long-term occupational goal is to be a lawyer, let's say, here is what your short and long-term plans might look like. Year 1, complete my bachelor's degree. Apply to law school, get accepted to law school. Year 2 through year 4, enter law school, study hard, and earn good grades. Graduate from law school with many job offers. Year 5, begin working in a law firm. Having chosen one of the options, you can now begin developing and implementing a plan of action. Ask yourself, what information or resources are needed to complete each step? Identify steps to implement the decision. Identify when to begin and end each step. Identify the information or resources needed to complete each step. And don't forget to have a plan B, that is an alternative plan in case the main plan proves unsuccessful or impossible to implement. Finally, always remember that your career options are endless and constantly changing. Today's list of careers may look different next year. In addition, your career needs will be constantly changing. First, know yourself. Next, learn about the world of work. Then, find your place. And don't forget that you will repeat this process many times during your life.